Alright, everybody, what's happening? It's time to talk about Fairy Tail.
Fairy tale. Why, Mashima? Why do you have to test our patience
hmm
for this series?
Even though
I
we all
mean,
see it coming, it hurts the same every time.
but this honestly is just a special. Has been exceptionally special, and why is that? Because in previous time, this isn't the wouldn't by far isn't the first time that he's given her special armors to have some to help her gain the upper hand in defeating an opponent.
hmm
Granted, that's wasn't the main reason why Ajil lost. I
Right.
mean, for obvious reason. Obviously, he got hit by a Jupiter cannon shot.
hmm And then comboed with the Nakagami Starlight, like a two-hit combo there.
So technically, it wasn't a one shot. He got hit several times.
Uh-huh.
So it wasn't a one shot. But just the fact that he just couldn't help himself. He had to she had to give a friendship speech
hmm
beforehand. She just had to do it.
And she didn't
Like,
even mention friendship.
not really, but it's like more like
She
my
alluded to it. Like, you don't even have, she didn't even have to say the word. It's like you all knew. And
You
that's
all
what
know.
makes it hurt.
Yes. See, the thing is that honestly, if I would have done this review as soon as I first read it, just say after I read it the first time, I probably would be much more angry
Yeah.
because when I read it this morning, I read it obviously like you probably did, or no, actually no, I didn't. I think I actually read it last night. I think.
Did you?
I think. But anyway, when I first read it, Grant, I was of course very tired, wasn't able to fully perceive all of the details. So when I first read it, I thought that the armor she switched into, first of all, the chat, what was it? I read it on was it Kiss anime or manga,
Kiss manga,
which
yeah.
which uses the manga panda translation, I believe.
Ah.
So according to the Kiss, or should we say the manga panda translations, the our good old the chapter title was called Morning, not Morning Star, Morning, and it looked like I think it was. I think they might have even misspelled it as the other type of morning, like someone might have been dead.
hmm
So I'm like, oh shit! Especially when we got up to the whole point where Urza was getting, in that tight situation. I'm like, oh my god, he's actually gonna do it. He's gonna kill Urza off.
No.
But no, it was actually called Morning Star after her armor that is literally only ability is to produce off light,
uh-huh.
an immense amount of light.
Yeah. And then she just ended up going into her second origin anyway. It's like the fuck? She transformed from that armor right into second origin armor. Just to take him out with Nakagami Starlight.
Yeah, it was
Yeah, I read
stupid.
the manga stream translation like
Oh,
immediately.
that wasn't. Oh, sorry. I know we can't. You kind of sidetracked to my point, but that was the first thing that was different. The
Uh
second thing that was different for me, at least when I first read it, due to the fact that I was very tired and not perceiving everything, was the fact that I thought that this special Morning Star armor that she had somehow did some sort of like shadow clone jutsu type thing, because I thought that what was the Jupiter cannon blast was Urza coming up from behind somehow while still
ah.
being trapped. So I was like, dude, that's a load of bullshit. But no, it was a little better once I realized. Oh no, it was Jupiter Cannon.
Hmm. Yeah, I mean that part was actually not half bad. The fact that the Jupiter
It
cannon.
took the combination of the Jupiter Cannon
Yeah.
and Urza's second origin to take him out was
Hmm.
okay.
Yeah.
Which is why, again, I said if I would have done this review after I read it the first time, I would have been a lot more pissed off.
Yeah.
Because I would have been like,
Totally.
I was like thinking all kinds of stuff like, you son of a bitch, Mashima, you gave her this. This is like I was even saying like, dude, like as a fan, even as a fan of the series, I can no longer defend in any regard just her ability, constant ability to have these cheapo armors that just
Yeah.
allow her do it. Because it's like literally, he gave them. I was like, oh man, she has all these abilities. She got this magic. This is her magic because so he could have the ability to kill her, or so that way she could always have what she needs. Like, it's just so. Anyway, that's pretty. I mean, for the most part, that's pretty much what it focused on.
Hmm.
Now, the fact that one of the other things that I also don't like about what always made me pretty, or should I say, curious is I think if Mashima should approve of another um side story, and I would love that side story to be about how the hell Urza goes about obtaining all these armors, because we don't hear about any of these armors until Urza has it.
Of
So
course.
like these armors, these weapons, it's like where the hell they seemingly come out of nowhere. Like she had like where's she going to get these things? Because where the hell are you going to find a wind sword and a water sword?
Well, I imagine she picked up her copy of Final Fantasy X HD and reached into the game and grabbed it away from Titus.
It just doesn't make any sense. That it's having the armor and being and use and then just pulling out to use it is an ass pull in and of itself. But
Of
then
course.
when you're like, you don't hear about any of these magical armors. But then when she pulls it out, oh, it's this legendary armor
Hmm.
that can do this, that, and the other. And I'm like, if it's so legendary, how come we haven't heard anything about any type of armor ever?
Just like robbing local museums and shit. Like, I don't know.
It just doesn't make any sense.
No, it
But
doesn't.
and the word another thing, the fact that you know it this Agil was pretty impressive, I have to say. I mean,
Oh yeah.
being able to manipulate a sandstorm of that size is props.
Oh
You
yeah.
got you can't deny it. That was some beastly stuff.
Oh yeah. Speaking of, this chapter is sponsored by Darude.
They're rude.
Memers will get it.
Yeah.
Do 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 do.
Yeah. So, as for the other thing, I don't necessarily. I mean, I do appreciate it. The little nod to Oda in this chapter, given the fact that Ajil is like, oh yeah, my hand has the ability to
Yeah.
absorb all the moisture in your body.
Oh
But
yes. Yeah. I was thinking sort of the same thing. I'm like, damn, she's got a lot of moisture in her body. Damn. Like she must have had a visit with Jalal lately, man. Holy crap.
yeah, that's funny. But see, no, it's our favorite story writing tactic, and that is plot-induced stupidity,
Hmm.
which caused Ajil to slowly torture her by. Because if you remember when the crocodile used it on a fodder character they would instantly shrivel up.
Mhm.
But when it came to like any other any important characters, it was always done slowly.
Yeah.
So it's good old plot-induced stupidity.
Mhm.
Like that would have added like I mean, I know there's going to be a lot of moments in the future, hopefully a lot of moments in the future of this arc that are going to like add some like legitimacy to this arc. But this would have been a good start. I mean, imagine how the like what would you have thought if Mashima would have had the balls to kill Urza off now?
I would have like I would have just stood
Just
up.
like this, like, and just the fact that not only that, but he kills her off by having her dried up.
Like I read the chapter while I was still laying in bed because that's what I do is I get up in the morning and I read the chapter if I know something's out. I would have stood up where I was and just have ran outside and be like, I don't believe you, Mashima.
And then in the next chapter, it was all a dream.
Yep, exactly. And I was like, I fucking knew it.
But just imagine the impact on the series as a whole if Agil would have actually killed her with that. Just like this, just imagine how that would have played out. Just seeing as her body shrivels up and then like turns to dust.
Oh yeah, that would have been ridiculous.
That would have been some dark shit. Like that would have been because just the impact of Mashima killing off his his character, his pretty much the most plot armored character in the entire series that pulls has the most the ability to pull out ass pulls where at times and in ways that ass pulls can't exist.
Mhm.
Like if you guys thought a perfect Susanoo Kakashi was an ass pull, no. Urza being able to defeat an opponent that was far stronger than she is when she had none of her senses is an
Mhm.
ass pull. Is a far greater ass pull. So the queen of ass pulls, if she would have gotten killed, legitimately dead, gone, that would have been like you would it would that would have been you realize that it alone I might have even have been such a huge impact. I King of Lightning might have even come back to the series just so he could catch up to that point and find out how she got killed off.
I mean, yeah,
That's how impactful it is.
but unfortunately, she's best waifu for him. So,
Yeah,
best waifu for Mashima, so it'll never happen.
no, but that would have been awesome. Because then Urza wouldn't have been around to help them out of the future situations. But no, Urza still seems pretty good. So, who knows? So, with Agil down, we now have only 11 members of the Spriggan 12 left.
Mhm.
And again, I still fully believe that Agil is the, if is it has to be in the bottom 3 for them. That's just the way he was perceived. I perceived his character based
Which
on
is
what we've.
crazy if that's the case, considering what he was just able to do.
Yeah, but he had sand.
Mhm.
Just he might have he. I mean, we don't know. Brandish could shrink them all, the entire city,
Yeah.
along with everyone in it. Um, the one guy seemingly has the ability to nullify magic,
Mhm.
but we don't even know what else he could do. Plus, you have the one guy who knows more magic than Zareth.
Yeah.
So it's like, and that's just those guys. We don't even know the magic of the other ones that we've seen, and
Mhm.
then there's still others we haven't even seen or even heard of.
Right.
So there's tons of magic, more hindering magic abilities that these people are going to be throwing at them.
Yeah.
However, it seems like we're already getting the tide the first tide turn of the arc
Mhm.
with this be not only them defeating Ajil, but apparently there's going to be some more stuff as a part of Fairy Tail's counterattack in the next chapter, which apparently is going to be a double chapter,
Yeah.
which means which means the first chapter is probably not going to much happen. The thing that he wants us to see is going to probably be in the second chapter, because that seems like that tends to be how he when he does double chapters. It's like he does it so he could quickly go through and something that's slightly boring.
Yeah.
So it's probably gonna gloss over something that's not too exciting.
Mhm.
So maybe who knows?
Yeah.
But the chapter. So some points about the chapter to me, the fact that we didn't get any advancement on the other fights due to the fact that there was so much focus on Agil, it was a little disappointing, but I guess would be expected. We're going to be getting chapters like that, like, oh, you want to find out what's happening everywhere? No, we're going to give you that focus on this one fight that you wanted.
Mhm.
It's impossible to get everything we want out of this arc in every chapter. So,
Yeah.
as much as I did not appreciate all the usual Urza ass pulling, it was still a pretty decent chapter, and thank God Agil wasn't one shotted from last week's attack.
Mhm.
So that was
Yeah.
good.
I guess overall it was all right. I really did like what Agil was able to do at least before he was taken out, because it would look cool. And yeah, I mean, I'm glad that Jupiter Cannon was a part of that.
That was the main. That was the main thing.
Yeah, that was like the main reason why the chapter
Shoot.
wasn't like complete ass, in my opinion. The fact that Jupiter Cannon played a big part, and the fact that freaking Agil was actually kind of cool in this chapter.